Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is how you're going to feel after weight training. Well, I just finished a very good workout. This is September 2020 as I'm speaking, and we're all dealing with it. Coronavirus lockdowns, and the gyms may or may not be open where you're at. And where I'm at, they're finally open, and I'm finally kind of weight training a little bit again. And I thought I'd take a moment to kind of explain how if you're not an experienced weight trainer, you probably won't get how you're going to feel after you're done weight training, and that's what I wanted to talk about. And I think everyone should be honest with you if you're going to start weight training. Immediately after your weight training workout, you're probably going to feel just awful. I've been weight training so long that I just know that I'm going to feel awful, and I just kind of suck it up and expect that it's going to happen. But if you're just starting to weight train, you probably aren't going to know this. All the people who weight train and do it for weeks and months and years at a time, they kind of know this, but I think they tend to sugarcoat it because they know that overall the weight training improves your life, but they don't seem to indicate how bad you're going to feel like immediately after a workout. Sometimes you'll even hear things like, well, you feel energized after a workout, or euphoric, or refreshed. I've never felt that way. I've never felt energized, refreshed, or euphoric after a weight training workout. I always feel terrible, whipped, beaten down. My muscles ache. I'm sore. I'm exhausted. I feel like I've just been in a battle. I think that's the more honest way of how you normally are going to feel. You got to remember that when you're weight training, you're tearing down your muscles. You're tearing muscle fibers, and with the rest and the protein and the sleep and the time, hopefully you'll get stronger and more muscular in that process. So, but when you're doing it, there's stages, right? While you're weight training, I'll just go through the typical how it is for me as an aging man in my 50s who's been kind of training fairly steadily now for the last 5 or 6 years on and off due to injury, who had taken a big layoff in my middle age, and I did as a younger man lift a lot, and it's always been kind of the same. I'll go to the gym, I'll be kind of creaky and stiff and sore, but by the time you do a little bit of warm up and start getting in the groove, your body starts to warm up, and you feel pretty good at the beginning after you get warmed up a little bit. And if you've taken enough of a break between the last workout, that you kind of go in feeling good. And while you're working out, your mind is working at a higher pace, and your body is getting, you're starting at a lighter weight and moving up, and at that point, you usually are feeling really, really good, because you're getting pumped, you're moving a lot of weight around, you're making progress from your last workout. See, that's the beauty of it. You're going to feel good while you're working out, unless you do something dramatic and injure yourself. If you injure yourself, if you feel something tear, snap, pull, or break, well, you're going to feel just absolutely horrible, like you've just been in a car accident. So you don't want that. But let's say if you doing everything right and you're going to feel really good during the workout. You're going to feel like giving it your all. That's really a good feeling. That's really a good feeling. That's the feeling you want to have and remember as part of the workout, because at some point at the end of your workout you're going to be kind of exhausted and ready to leave, and then in those minutes like you're finally getting in you're getting in your car. Now you're like me, I'm driving home, feel just absolutely horrible, just like somebody's just taken a bat and beaten me with it. That's how you're going to feel. That's the more truthful. You're not going to feel energized. I could probably pull off to the side of the road and just sleep for a couple of hours right now. You're not going to feel refreshed. I don't feel refreshed at all. I feel like I just walked for 20 miles in the mountains. I don't feel euphoric. I feel whipped and beat. That's the feeling you're gonna have to face after a good weight training workout, because that's where you gain. You've done everything you can. Now you need rest. You go home and you rest. So the problem, and this is one of the reasons I don't like to work out too often, is because I don't really want to feel this way all the time. So yeah, if you're working out 6 days a week, that means 6 days a week you're going to feel terrible, and maybe that 7th day where you're off you feel halfway decent. With me though, this was a very hard workout. I'm expecting that I'm going to feel tough for a number of days, but I'm just going to grit my teeth and bear it. That's the feeling you have to have if you're going to have success in the weight training, because you're always going to feel a little bit tough right after a workout. You're not going to feel that good. The good feeling will come because you're getting stronger, you're getting more muscular, your belly will flatten, you'll look better, you'll be able to do more for yourself, all of that. You'll be harder to beat up and kill, right? All the good things that accrue from the weight training come from this bad feeling immediately after. So just expect it. Expect that you're going to feel really tough. I don't want you to get the idea that you're going to feel good right after a weight training workout. You're not. You won't if you've done it right. You're going to feel whipped, beat, and totally torn down. And that's the feeling you need to know to eat enough meat, to rest, to relax, and to wait until the next, wait long enough till the next workout. So give those ideas some thoughts. Give that idea some thought. Know that you're going to feel tough after a workout. All for now.